Hey everybody, welcome to the new stream series, Zero to Hero. Um, this is going to be brought to you by the NetSec Focus Slack team. You can sign up in this link. I'll edit the description later to include this, and you can chat along in the live stream channel. And of course, feel free to message me. I'm at Cola on there. So my name is Michael. I don't know everything about super elite hacksoring. I do know a few things. My background is I've been a sysadmin for 3 years. Now I'm primarily a Linux admin. I listed my certs there. I just got my OCP. And I'm involved with a few different security communities, and I've competed in a few competitions. I'm a mod at NetSec Focus. You can check out our website there, and there's a little button you can click to join us. And if you want to introduce yourself, Samir.
Hey everyone, my name is Samir Thadani. I don't really know too much. I don't really know what's going to be going on today, but I'm really interested in pursuing my OSCP. I've worked as a Linux administrator for about 2 years, and more recently I've been a network engineer for about 3. The only certification I have right now is my CCNP in routing and switching. I currently work as a network consultant, and I'm new to offensive security, so I'm pretty much the zero in this episode. So I'm trying to be a hero. I'm trying to get there. So really, don't expect too much out of me. I'm just here for the ride. I'm here to learn. And any feedback, please shoot it my way. I'll appreciate it.
Cool. So this series is going to be kind of like almost an OSCP prep series. We're not affiliated with offensive security or anything. It's just some basic things. So before you start the series, you should have a basic, at least, understanding of Linux. You should know a little Bash. Some Python might help too in the future. Windows Server might be good too. We'll touch that probably a few episodes in. I think I'll probably focus on Linux for the most part. Some basic networking concepts. Know how to set up, your network in VMware and stuff. Someone's telling me I should use notifications. Let me do that. And everyone's all right, cool. Also, you should kind of have an idea of basic methodology and stuff for this kind of thing. I'll cover a lot of it. You should know things like netcat and nmap, at least what they do. And I will cover some of it though. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I know Abachi's watching right now. You should check out his site. Google Abachi OSCP prep. It helped me a lot when I was preparing. Also within the NetSec Focus Slack, I believe you can type bang learn !learn, and it'll shoot you a big list of stuff for anything you want to know about security, just about. If you want to follow along at home, I'm going to be using my Kali VM. I'll show you that in a minute. It's running i3 and stuff, so it might look a little scary and not, especially if you're new to this. But the concepts behind it are pretty much the same. In the description now is a link to this VM that we're going to be attacking. If you've never set up stuff before, I'm using VMware Workstation. I know a lot of people use VirtualBox. Just read through the description and stuff of all the VMs, because sometimes you have to use one or the other. And you might have to set some network settings up. Cool. So the first thing that we're going to do is enumeration. And I will hop over to my Kali box and show you some of these tools. Cool. So right here you can see my output from NetDiscover. NetDiscover is a tool. It captures ARP requests. and basically shows you things that are on your network. So this is actually the box. I've already identified it. And so from here, we are going to scan it. Hold on just a second. Let me pull up my notes. So when I run an nmap scan, a lot of people are going to make fun of me for this probably, but that's all I do. Just nmap-p scans the whole range of ports, TCP, and shows the thing. I'm actually looking at, let's see, my mouse is messed up and it's highlighting everything. Let me see if I can fix this. That's cool. All right. Why are you like this? Maybe I need to like, reinstall VMware tools or something. Or maybe I'll
No copy for you.
Yeah. I'll just hop over to a new terminal. I know a lot of people like this syntax. I think the SV is like version detection. I forget what O does, and I think T4 is the number of like attempts or something. I could be wrong on that, but you can always just check a man page. And I will put in. That's an O, by the way.
Yeah, I got the same services as you.
Cool. So this scan will probably take a little longer. So for the time being, I'll show you while that finishes up. I'll show you a tool, another enumeration tool called enum for Linux. Which spits out way too much information. Ideally, when you run this kind of stuff, you'll want to like pipe it out to a file. That way you can reference it later or take notes or something. Let me hop over to the chat and see if I have. T4 is speed. T3 is default. T4 is recommended for broadband. T5 is really fast. Nice. O is OS detection.
Nice. Yeah, that's good to know.
Thank you, Razor. Let's see. Cool. So let me hop over here. All right. So we have a couple of Samba shares, which is worth noting. What else do we have?
Let's see what else.
And it also shows the Samba version, which might come into play. All right, so our good nmap scan is done, and we've got some versions here. Let's see.
Apache 1.3.20.
Yep. So, yeah, that's pretty old. Let's see, where is... Okay, cool. So here's some stuff that we found. We found Samba and Apache. So I've linked to the relevant exploits already for these old versions of Apache and Samba.
So I guess from my perspective, right, you know, we did an mmap scan, we found these running services, we were able to find a version of software that's really old. We know it's, you know, there's a lot of exploits out there for them already. So our next step will be looking for exploits already that are already created. So exploit DB, that's a good tool, right?
Yeah, it's great. There's also some tools built in to Kali that The one I'm thinking of in particular is search exploit, where it basically searches exploit DB, and there's I believe there's a bunch of local exploits and stuff already preloaded into Kali. So when you search for Apache 1.3.20 exploit,
Mm-hmm.
just Google it. The first thing that comes up is a remote buffer overflow. It's called OpenFuck. So that's what exploit DB looks like. Let me look here. And that applies to the mod SSL within Apache. So let me hop over. Give me just a second here.
OpenSSH 2.9 on patch 2.
I wonder if my copy paste is going to work. Oh, it's not going to work. Damn it. All right. My copy paste isn't going to work. Gonna hide my screen for a second.
Let's see.
Man, I'm gonna have to cut a big chunk out of this. I'm having some issues here. User.
Hmm.
All right, so I think I got it here.
So let's see.
All right, so
Did you get it compiled?
I haven't gotten it compiled. I just had to find it. So I used searchploit because I knew the name
Okay.
or the number, and I found the path. So where they're stored is user share exploit DB platforms, and I found it right here, Unix remote. You can also search for like any of these terms. You could search for semantic antivirus or whatever, and it would show up. And since we know it's vulnerable to the mod SSL, you could have searched for that as well. So oops.
Okay.
So to compile it, see if I get an error. Okay, so it looks actually like for this, we actually need to install. Oh, I already have it. Cool.
Sweet. All right.
All right, so it looks like this one
Then
actually requires some modification. So let's go and move on to Samba. How about that? All right.
oh, let me see if I can look at that one.
Oh, that's cool. So Mike just said for when you're using search exploit, you can do -x to examine one, an exploit,
Oh,
and
okay.
then -m to move it to your local directory, which is
Oh, wow, that's
super
awesome.
handy, which did not know.
It's easier.
This is a bsploit.
Thanks, Malik.
All right, so it looks like that one compiled. So let's see arguments. Port. Let's try the host. See if it works right away. Oops. What am I missing? Brute force. Oh, I see now. So B is for platform. This is a little Linux box. What is connect back to IP address? That should be the local one. So we're going to need to set up a listener probably. Maybe, I don't know. I'll try running it and see what happens. And then C is...
Malik's doing a little bit of roasting right now. I'm still working on this OpenSSL one. I think we have to update it. I found a blog about updating.
40 is the max, or is the default. I guess I don't even need to set that. Let's try that.
Mike, my bad.
This is not running Samba. Did I? Am I stupid? Let's see. Here's 139. Let's run that again.
R5D4S if you have a curriculum that we're going to be covering. So maybe he could try a VM before watching.
I will try to post what... That's a good idea. And I will post the next one that we're going to do in the announcements channel of the Slack. All right. Oh, there it goes. Nope. There it goes. I can see Samba running. We enumerate the shares. What is going on?
Nice.
Let's see. Oh, it's because it's 129 and not 139.
130. Yeah.
Well, there it goes. And we are root. So that one was
sweet.
So that was a good example of like a remote. The ones in the future will probably have a few more steps. A lot of times with these phone hubs, especially. It's generally like a two-stage process. Sometimes there's more steps if they're trying to make a puzzle out of it, but usually it's like remote code execution, so you can get a low privilege shell, and then you have to escalate your privileges from your low privilege user to get root. But I wanted to start off kind of simple and just give, well, somewhat simple, a few snags. Let me look at my slides. I think I made more slides than I... Oh.
Well, that was a good start for me. I mean, like I said, I'm brand new to this, so
Yeah.
kind of going through that process of actually finding the host. After finding the host, scanning it for what type of services are open, and then just using the internet, right? Kind of finding what exploits are already out there instead of having to worry about creating your own. That was pretty good to see.
Yeah, and of course on the OSCP, you have unlimited access to the internet and stuff. It's not like a Red Hat cert or anything, because I mean, like memorizing, like, it's not possible, so
Yeah.
Use resources, learn some Google foo or whatever. So just to wrap up, I guess we learned about enumeration and stuff with mmap. Where's the other slide? I passed it. NetDiscover to find the VM, and enum for Linux. And we learned about finding exploits with searchsploit and exploitdb. I learned a few things. I didn't know about the searchsploit flags.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Cool. So
Makes it a lot easier.
awesome. And I believe, oops, to my shell die. Might have died. Let's try that.
So I'm still editing this open fuck exploit, trying to see if I can get that to work.
Okay. Give it a shot and let me know what you find. But anyways, that's about it for this episode. We'll probably stay online for just a little bit. If there's any questions, shoot them in the live stream channel on the Slack.
So did you want to do this like weekly, or what were you thinking?
I think I'd like to do weekly. It's going to be... I'm trying to structure this a little more than the last series.
Okay.
I'm down to do weekly or bi-weekly, whatever works for you. Does this time work for you every week? I mean,
yeah, actually, this time would be perfect.
Yeah.
At least weekly, for sure.
Cool. So I mean, this one was a little shorter. Hopefully, we won't have as many snags next week, but it'll also be a little longer and probably cover a few more things. So I'll get to researching different VMs and stuff and try to find like a logical progression point.
All right. No, that sounds good. I'm ready to go. This was pretty cool. I mean, it was a good intro for me.
Yeah, awesome, man.
I haven't used Nmap in years, dude.
All right, well.
And then searchploit is pretty cool too. I never even knew about that.
Yeah, that's a handy tool and stuff. I used it a few times. I guess old habits die hard. I know it's probably more efficient to use searchploit and stuff, but I always end up Googling and stuff, and then ending up on exploitdb anyways. Yeah. But I know a lot of people recommend using.
That's fair.
Especially since you have like most of the exploits local probably anyways. But awesome. If there are no questions, I guess I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and we can just chill out for a little bit afterwards, I guess. Thanks everyone for coming. I appreciate it. We'll see you probably next week. And I'll post the VM and stuff in announcements. Thanks for joining, everyone.